You've heard of unconditional love, but have you heard of the secret to unconditional happiness and allowing more into your life? More wealth, more success, and more love. More freedom in your life right now. Welcome to the Happy Bar with Israel Savage. Now remember, this is all going to be about mindset. And so even if it's a nuts and bolts acting question about headshots and resumes, we are going to approach it from a mindset point of view. Now, I'm happy to answer the nuts and bolts questions, but the real value from what we're doing here is the thoughts, the emotion behind our every decision. Because as you've all already heard me say, you already have everything you need. Everything you need for success in anything you want. You already have that. And it truly is just a matter of allowing that. And once you allow that, then you know your next step and next step and next step. And you don't have to ask anyone's permission. You don't have to ask even how-tos, because things just line up for you as you need it. It's I love this analogy. It helps me to take it to heart. And that's this idea of driving across country at night. So you can get from one end of the country to the other end at night with your headlights on, only seeing 10 feet in front of you. You can get to where you want to go and only see the next step. In fact, hearing what's happening, the bridge is out in 2 miles, the this and this and this, you got to take a left turn. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to hear all of that at once, because all you need to know is the step in front of you. And all you are prepared for is the step in front of you. And what I mean by that, and the reason why, has anyone ever felt overwhelmed when you project forward and you think, oh, I've got to do this, and then I've got to do this, and this is going to happen, and then, oh my gosh, and then before you know it, I'm 80, right? The reason you feel overwhelmed is you are projecting forward, trying to tackle challenges that you predict you may have in the future with your present day resources. It would be like asking your 5-year-old self to run your life today. It just doesn't make sense, because there's a journey that you have to go through from 5 years old to where you are now. Think of all you've learned. Think of all you've experienced to prepare you. Can you imagine if we ask a 5-year-old to navigate the streets of New York or whatever city you're in, to drive a car, to pay their bills, to do all the things that we take for granted, to cook their own meals, all the things that we have learned to do for ourselves. It would be so overwhelming. It would be an almost impossibility. Yet we do the same things to ourselves. We expect that our future self of 1 year from now or 5 years from now, that our current self is going to be able to handle those situations. And you have not gone through the lessons that you'll need to handle those situations, even if they happen. And they may not, because we're projecting forward. And so what I want to offer here is that all you need to concern yourself with is the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. That's it. And when you start to think about too far forward, how do you know? How do you know when you're going too far forward for your current self, more than your current self can handle? Well, it's all about your feelings. If you start to feel a feeling of overwhelm or discouragement or disappointment, that's your emotional guidance system, your emotional GPS in that car saying, you've just thought a thought that's not in alignment with where you are. If you liked what you just heard, then take inspired action now. That's right, act while you are feeling good. And build on your momentum. Schedule your free discovery call with me at instudios-nyc.com/happybar.